I said earlier at the press conference this week, we're all very lucky to be involved in this fight, and I think you will all echo that. We're very lucky to witness what we saw tonight. Just an incredible fight between two pound-for-pound greats of the sport. Incredible effort from Chantelle Cameron and Katie Taylor. Yeah, almost written off in the build-up to this fight by many. Just rolled back, I say rolled back the years, but just put on the performance of the career to become a two-division undisputed world champion. Katie joining us up here with Ross. Over to you guys for questions.
Katie, I've got one for you. Obviously, you've done so much in your career, amateur, professional. Where does that rank? I saw the emotion in the ring, and I've not seen that from you before. So where does that rank in your career so far?
Well, it definitely feels like the greatest night of my career so far. I think it was the longest 6 months of waiting for this rematch. I think over the last few months I was just going to bed thinking about this rematch, and just the pressure over the last few months as well, everyone writing me off. I can't believe so many people were writing me off, to be honest, and I was just, this win meant so much to me. A 2-weight undisputed champion in front of my home crowd, and definitely such a special night.
You've always been the favourites going into fights, so when people were writing you off, going into this training camp, did that add more fire to your belly to go in there and obviously get the win over Chantelle Cameron? Who's the bigger girl? She is there, she's just carrying a little bit of power, so did that give that extra fuel in that fight tonight?
I think so. I mean, I think coming off a loss, you have to obviously, I guess, go the extra mile and train over the last few months. I put our body through a torture over these last few months of preparation for this rematch, and we knew we were going to be well prepared stepping in here, and but definitely people write me off. I was nearly half offended that people were actually writing me off so much. It's great to prove people wrong, and I'm back on top again.
One more from me, sorry Kate, one more from me. Obviously, boxing will see great trilogies. We'll go to Nicky Ward and Gatti, we'll go to Barrera Morales, Tyson Fury, Wilder more recently. You up for a trilogy? You said in the ring?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think, like I was saying in the ring, I don't think women's boxing has seen a trilogy before. So one of my favourite fighters is Marco Antonio Barrera Morales. It's the best trilogy you could ever see. So we could have that type of a trilogy. That would be absolutely iconic for the sport. And even better if we did get it on, in Croker Park, 80,000 people. That's the statement we've all wanted for the homecoming, so that would be absolutely amazing if that happened.
Perfect, thanks Kate.
Katie, did it feel a little bit different in the early going this time around? It seemed different for us watching, just you seemed more sharp almost, and you kind of said afterwards you were a bit flat last time. I'm just wondering why that was.
Yeah, I obviously didn't. I think everybody watching the fight knew I wasn't myself in the last fight, and I definitely felt a lot better going into this fight, and I knew it was going to be a lot different. And just stepping into the ring, I knew I was going to be myself tonight, and I knew I was going to be able to pull it off. Box very smart early on in the fight, and I think that's what wanted to find me out.
Is there anything you can tell us now about some of the differences in your preparation that you, well, obviously for obvious reasons, weren't willing to divulge before the fight?
It's healthier.
One more sleep.
Katie, how would you sum up the atmosphere out there tonight?
Absolutely amazing. The atmosphere is always so special, but yeah, tonight was a very special night for myself. I'm overwhelmed sometimes just thinking of the support that I get. Yeah, I can hardly speak at the moment. Yeah.
What was different about this training camp compared to the last one, Katie?
Just the preparation was just a lot better, and the sparring was a lot better. We actually brought Sandy Ryan in for sparring over the last few weeks, and she was a vital part of my preparation as well. So grateful for Sandy. She came over for the last few weeks and helped me out in preparation for this fight. So that was a big help as well.
And you normally say you don't look back at fights, but did you look back and study Cameron's the first?
I watched around 10 seconds of the last fight, so I can't watch it. So.
Eddie, do you intend on doing the trilogy?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I think firstly, the support of Ireland and the gates that we've registered here have enabled us to make mega fights, and start to get to the levels that these great fighters deserve, and we can do that in Ireland. There's not many places that we can do that. This is Katie's third successive 7-figure sellout gate, Madison Square Garden, and now twice at the 3 Arena. And as I said at the shopping centre on Wednesday, there's not really, you can count on one hand the draws in boxing the size of Katie Taylor. It's Canelo, it's AJ, it's Fury, and it's Katie Taylor, and that's it globally. So really, to reach those heights of what they deserve, we need to be in Ireland. And I know that Chantelle will feel that it didn't go her way and things were up again, but the reality is, if we want to reach those levels financially and pay fighters what they deserve, we need to hit huge gates. And Katie Taylor draws huge gates, especially in Ireland. And that's the reality of the situation. So, my first thoughts are, if we're going Croker Park, which we'll do everything we can to, Chantelle Cameron is the pick for the trilogy. And it's really only Chantelle Cameron or Amanda Serrano. They're the 2 mega fights out there that Croker Park warrants. So, if those fighters want that opportunity and want those kind of paydays and chance at legacy like Katie can deliver, absolutely love to.
Katie, what would you prefer, Serrano or the trilogy with Cameron?
I really don't care either one, to be honest. Which one would you prefer?
What would I prefer? Oh, don't put me on the spot like that. I'll take either.
Katie, you get him lost for words.
You came back to Brave with the gold medal. You came back with the world belt. Any plans to come back with the? How many is it now? 8, 12 belts you have. The people of Bray love you. Will you visit us over the next few days? Yeah. We want to see you coming home, basically.
Yeah, down to Bray. Yeah. I'm not too sure what the plans are for the next couple of weeks, but I am home for the next few weeks, and I'm just looking forward to spending a bit of time with my family. Really, it's been a busy few months of preparation for this fight, so I get a chance to relax. So it's amazing to be home.
Eddie, look, Katie deserves a break. Obviously, look, she's had a grueling fight. When do you start making the moves for Croker Park? I know I know the way you think. Is it going to be tomorrow morning? You're going to be up there.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Give me a break,
I don't want to upset anyone in the process. So maybe Brian, the local, can come in and have these friendly chats with people and stuff like that. But I feel like everyone's got to put the pressure on. From the country to politicians to the sport. We can make a financial case on the tourism of why an event like this would be a huge success for this country. But we also have to, if they can't also understand the compassionate side of giving this event and this night to their greatest ever athlete, then I don't really know what we're doing. But also, we're not even asking for favours. All we're asking for is for the costs to be in line with the biggest stadiums in the world where we hold boxing. So we don't want a free stadium. If they want to give us one, that'd be marvellous. Okay? But all we're saying is, could we just make it there or thereabouts of Wembley, or Millennium Stadium, or Dallas Cowboys? And shouldn't we just try and all work together to do that? I mean, what a moment that would be. I mean, you see that tonight? And that's only 9,000. And the difference is, which I said before about going to Croker Park, we can make it more accessible to people. We have to hit numbers on a gate. So we draw up a gate plan. It's expensive tonight. The tickets are expensive and not everybody can go. You go to the shopping centre, you've got all generations. 8, 9-year-olds, you've got granddads, and when you can have €30 tickets or cheaper and 10,000 of them, it's going to be a massive celebration for generations in this country. And that's the appeal. And I know it would appeal to Katie as well. At the end of the day, it's great to drive a big gate at the 3 Arena, but if we can drive, even if it's a similar gate with 60,000, to see those people come out would be a visual moment that this country would never forget.
Kate, just to focus on what you've achieved tonight, tonight in the ring, how enjoyable was it to take part in that contest compared to maybe others you've taken part in? Were you able to have fun in there?
Well, I think every time you step into the ring, you're supposed to enjoy your sport, and it's probably hard when you're in the middle of a battle, but I definitely love that when my name is being announced as a winner. That's the most enjoyable part, obviously.
Does Cameron bring out the best in you, do you think?
I think our styles definitely match very, very well. It's never going to be an easy fight against her. We're both going to have to dig down deep, and yeah, I think we definitely gel very well together.
Okay, just on Croker Park, what would it mean to you to fight there?
It would be amazing. 80,000 people in our most iconic stadium. That's what we've been looking forward over the last year. It's been amazing to fight here in the Tree Arena, but Croker Park will be just absolutely, iconic.
And Ed Sheeran even said he'd sing her out.
Katie,
Genuine.
sorry, Katie, you talked about Amanda Serrano there, and this one for you and Ross. She said that she wants to stay at 12 threes. Where do you sit on that? Would you go 12 threes with Amanda Serrano if possible?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to do 12 threes with Amanda. I think the 12 threes actually suits the boxer more than the fighter, so I'd be very, very happy to fight 12 threes.
Katie, now you're undisputed 2 weights. Which way would you prefer to stay up, lightweight or super lightweight?
I'm happy to wherever the best fights are, really, the biggest fights and the best fights. I could easily go back down to 135 as well, so yeah, whatever.
Katie, sometimes
That's Ross, give her a break.
sometimes boxers aren't given the credit they deserve, from my loss. But tonight was absolutely phenomenal. How proud are you of yourself?
Yeah, obviously it's always great.
Just watching you.
It's how proud of what? Sorry.
How proud are you of yourself? I know that sometimes people struggle to not sound like big-headed, but you've got to be really proud of yourself tonight.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an amazing moment for myself, my team, Ross.
I'm proud of it.
We're all proud of it.
So Ross, how was your reaction to the win, or how confident were you beforehand?
I was very comfortable. I know there's a lot of doubters. I think you were one of them who maybe wrote an article. So it's great shutting people like that up and just doing what we do. So I wasn't surprised at all.
Ross, was this probably the easiest camp for Katie you've had? Obviously coming off the defeat, obviously the motivation's there. She doesn't need any more motivation to come back. But probably,
Easy can't, no.
In terms of, you didn't have to motivate her, obviously she knew she was
She's always motivated. Katie's beat girls with a torn cap. She's had things that have happened where she has to work around. So her motivation never wavers and she always works hard. She's had some situations in her career where no one knew about it and she went in there and she wasn't 100% and she still bust her ass. So she was healthier and she was able to train properly, and that's the result.
Can you outline the game plan that you gave to Katie for pulling off tonight's victory? How she implemented
One round at a time. It's like you can make a game plan, but you got to see what's in front of you. And I know that big part of it was trying to shut down Cameron's jab, because when you take her jab away, she can't do a whole lot. She needs to get momentum off the lead hand, and you sit still with her, and she's going to bang. So. Early on, I thought we moved really well. We countered her jab and shut it down. But like I said, it's one round at a time.
What were you telling her in the ring as you were watching her performance?
Just depending on what I saw, I guess. It's like you're just kind of commenting on the fight and what you think she needs to do at the moment. So it varies round by round.
Katie, just quickly, 2 years ago it looked like Ireland was never a reality. I'm sure as much as you like London and Wembley Arena, you're much happier to be here. Now it is a reality. We didn't even know if we'd be here. Now we're talking about Croker Park potentially. Shows how much you've come, and also boxing's come over here. Real proud, special moment.
Yeah, amazing. Even the last time, when I was stepping out the last time, I was nearly getting emotional, because a couple of years ago I didn't think this was ever going to happen, and here it was, the first time boxing at home as a pro. But obviously the result didn't go my way, but just to have a chance to actually box in my own country is absolutely, every fighter wants that. And to fight here in a sellout stadium is the stuff of dreams. It's amazing.
I'm so bored of talking about it. All you ever do is look for a negative, right? Conor McGregor is Conor McGregor. I don't represent him. I don't talk about his comments. He has a brand that has backed the sport of boxing, and it has nothing to do with Katie Taylor, the show, the company. His opinions are his opinions. Tonight, we celebrate one of your greatest ever athletes. No more questions about Conor McGregor.
Well, I'm not being negative, but I have to ask the question.
But then you can ask me
Well,
away
I'm
from the
going to
press
ask you the
conference.
question.
No, but you
Allow
can
me.
ask me. You can ask me after the press conference. I'll answer it. Not in front of Katie Taylor. This is her night, and congratulations to one of the greatest athletes I've ever had.